Our relations with the United States require full cooperation, and all international politics in general require professionalism. So we are always ready for such cooperation in this area. There really isn't a word of exaggeration here. So far, there is no positive response from that side. But let's wait. Maybe it will change. What is really Poland's most important interest today in relations with the United States? We need to be aware of what Washington's priorities are, and what our priorities are. Certainly, the American presence in Poland is not being reduced, not diminished. On the contrary, because we know what the situation is. This is something we should all strive for together. These topics are many, but I have no doubts. This was evident during Minister Sikorski's meeting with Secretary Mark Rubio. The Americans are well aware that Poland is a loyal partner. At that time, the Law and Justice Party and President Duda were in power. That no matter who is in power in Poland, when it comes to our relations with the United States, they are characterized by loyalty, readiness for full cooperation, traditional friendship. Because it is we, the Poles, and they, the Americans, I am talking about the nations, who are the guarantors of this relationship. Poland, I repeat, who is president, who is prime minister, does not matter. Poland is the most stable NATO link in this part of the world, and the most loyal partner for the United States. I'm glad that yesterday Secretary Rubio confirmed that this is how the U.S. side sees Poland too, and this will not change. I asked President Nawrocki to present this again to President Trump. That Poland, in matters of security, international policy, and relations with America, is in absolute unity. We differ on almost all issues. We argue, we quarrel. I, for one, have a very critical attitude to many views, and to many announcements, and to the first actions of President Nawrocki, very critical. And I expect that here this political confrontation is inevitable, because we present somewhat different political worlds, and probably also different worlds of values. That's right, there is this Polish scene quite clearly divided. That's something we can't change even with such nice gestures. But in these matters, I want to help President Nawrocki, because, frankly speaking, little interest in this Polish war then, when we are talking about such important issues as our security. Polish-American relations. It is in first, second, and third place our security, and I would very much like it to be different from what it was during the rule of my predecessors, when it was quite inconsiderately, unreflectively decided to spend tens or even hundreds of billions of zlotys, sometimes indiscriminately. I would like this relationship with the United States to be as friendly as possible, but again, a partnership. So my main recommendation to President Nawrocki was to go with your head held high, not on your knees as to your friends, but with the knowledge